Haha! Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy freaking Tuesday. What is it, Tuesday? Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Monday Night Football, what happened last night? I don't even know what was going on. Whoa, what was going on? I don't even know. Rams, what is the Chargers? Chargers played who? Freaking, I don't even, oh, the Jets. What happened in the end of the game? I don't even know. I think the Jets took the L. In any case, happy Tuesday. Listen, Senator Lummis tried to pull a fast one on the digital asset space. She tried to pull a fast one. So she posted on X, the SEC overreach. The SEC has been doing the big time overreach. That's not great. But in the bill, that she said, pass my bill. But in her bill, she wants to give the SEC complete 1,000% control and authority over the digital asset space. What the world is that about? How does that make sense? How does that make sense? Gary Gensler is in Barney. Freaking trouble, baby. Barney. So this new proposed thing, I think it was a Tennessee congressman, like they want to bring the SEC chair's income to $1. But also in that bill is basically, I think, either removing the SEC chair and not having a chairman. Look, the dollar thing ain't gonna matter because all they're gonna do is put people in there who already got money anyhow. I mean, hashtag Gary Gensler's not your friend came in with like $100 million net worth, 100 mil net worth. So you don't care about his salary being nixed. You don't care. What we need to do is figure out a way to not have these unelected bureaucrats in positions to become politicized or taken advantage of politically. You know, that's what we got to figure out. How do we do that? Like, salary don't really matter much. You're not gonna, cutting a salary is not gonna matter unless you put people in there who need the money, who need to want to do a good job. So that little 200K, whatever it is that they're making, would mean something. But if you're going to put people in there with $50 million net worth, $100 million net worth, and now they can be bought, by politicians, when you're not worried about losing your job because you got $100 million, you're not worried about getting caught doing some political stuff because you got $100 million. That's one thing. But when you're making, 180, 190K, and you try to do some political stuff and get worried about being caught, now you're going to lose your gig. You're losing your livelihood. It's a different thing. So, but anyway, Senator Lummis tried to pull a fast one on the crypto people, man. Like, what the world? Did you really think people weren't going to recognize that? She, and I think Gillibrand as well. They're putting on this front like they're for crypto, and certainly, obviously, they like Bitcoin. But are they for the digital assets space? And trust me when I tell you that Elizabeth Warren rules, and she's tag teaming with people on the DL. She's tag teaming with people on the freaking DL. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if she's not hooked up with Senator Lummis and Gillibrand. And, you put up this front, I'll put up this one, and we want to get this thing over to Gary Gensler. We want to get this control of this space over to him because he's our ally. He's working for us. That's what it feels like to me. So don't trust it. Don't trust it at all. And the big challenge is for us is who can we trust in the digital, in terms of politicians. It's looking like no one. That's what it's looking like to me. It's looking like we can't trust anyone. And by the way, this is your XRP Ripple Drive Time News. This is your XRP Ripple Drive Time News. So, I don't know. It doesn't look great. Look, the market is doing what the market does. It's just doing what it does. Everybody thinks this is the start of the bull run. I don't think we get to the bull run until 2025, especially not the peak of it. Especially not the peak of it until 2025. That's what I think. I don't see it happening before then. certainly not the peak of the bull market. But we'll see. We'll see how goes it. We'll see how goes it. We shall see. It's got a little water going on there, a little lake. I didn't even know there was like a little lake thing going on in this part, in this thing. I don't even know if Miss Crypto Siege knows about that either. But oh, by the way, I did get her to give the yay. She gave the thumbs up. Man, got a little lake. Interesting. Not that you can do anything in that thing. Can't put a boat or anything in there. But anyway, so yeah, market's doing what it does. Yeah, drive time video on my spot here, trying to find, you know, what we would like, what we can come to, you know, in agreement on. I like one levels. I like one levels for sure. See if we can't come in an agreement on there. What else did I want to talk to you guys about? Raoul Pal did a very, very interesting interview with the guy that he's using in his crypto academy for who built the course, who is what are they also doing? They're going to be, you know, doing trading and signals and all of that stuff with this very, very high frequency trader, HFT trader, who's running and put together the crypto academy course for Raoul Pal, which I think is interesting. Right now, very, very good price too, I think. Really, really good price. So yeah, really excited about being part of that as well. Interesting spot there, huh? It's not bad. Interesting spot. This is a little interesting little deal here. But this spot here has been around for a minute, fam. Been around for a minute. Golfing community, tennis court community. You know, that stuff. All right, so which way did I want to go? I think down this way. Down this way. So, in terms of digital assets, I shared a couple of interesting projects in the GW Golf Whiskey Generational Wealth Wednesday Mastermind. You definitely want to join that to check that out. Really interesting projects, early investor seed starter investments for the average Joe and Jane, not just accredited investors. It's gonna be really, really cool. That's an interesting spot there too. But yeah, so Raoul Pal had this guy and he's talking to him. They talked about XRP, and with XRP was like an AMA, was Raoul Pal and this trader guy who was running the crypto academy for Raoul Pal, Real Vision Crypto. And it was a question about XRP. Was XRP getting the ruling that it did get? Does that mean it's going to be favorable for other digital assets? Raoul Pal said, the trader guy said, well, I think it does, but for other cryptos, but you're going to have to read the fine line and see how it applies to your project. But he said ETH was clear, which means he doesn't understand it. If he thinks the XRP ruling makes Ethereum clear, he doesn't understand. The XRP ruling had nothing to do with decentralization. Nothing. Had nothing to do with decentralization. Now, the whole idea of the asset in and of itself is not a security, I think, is favorable to projects, but they still will have to prove their case on a case-by-case basis, right? How did you put together the selling of your asset? How did you do that? Institutional sales by Ripple was packaged in a way that constituted an investment contract. Well, tell me about the Ethereum ICO. What does that look like, that ICO? Does that mean that the asset itself is going to go away? No. But it does mean, in my humble opinion, that ICO was a securities offering, the ICO. So if the ICO, those early investors, those whales that, you know, JP Morgan and the likes, and the people from the country that is not our friend, are doing their best to not come to light. We all know that CCP is all tied into ETH. I don't know if it'll ever see the light of day where that is actually exposed, because you got two major, we talk about the CCP and JP Morgan, that are wanting, without question, do not want this thing to come to light. They don't want the ICO. They don't want the disguised whales. They don't want that coming to the forefront. And so these are very, 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 very powerful people. And it's going to take a lot of work to actually bring this in. And then my guess is bring this to light. And my guess is the only thing is they'll find a fall guy and they'll say, shame on you, fall guy. You shouldn't have done it, you know. But that doesn't mean the whale, the Ethereum whales will be exposed. You know what I mean? I think they're going to look for a fall guy. It doesn't mean Joseph Lubin's going to, you know, go to jail or get slapped on the wrist or anything like that. I don't think. And Bill Hemmon is probably just going to get a slap on the wrist. So, you know, will they push to say that the Ethereum ICO was a securities offering? I just doubt it. I really, really, really do doubt it. And I think the only way that it's a possibility, if it gets pushed by Congress, that the SEC, the office of the SEC, has been doing shady stuff, then there's a chance. If you know why the Ripple and the digital asset XRP and not Ethereum, unless they start asking that question in hearings, which they haven't answered, or they haven't asked yet. No one has said why Ripple and XRP and not Ethereum. They just haven't said it. They may ask, is Ether a security? And then, of course, Gensel doesn't answer. But they are not asking the question, why did the SEC do an enforcement action against Ripple and not in its asset XRP and the digital asset XRP, and not against the Ethereum Foundation, Joseph Lubin, Vitalik Buterin, and the digital asset ETH? They're not asking that question, fam. They're just not asking that one. You know, so until they get that kind of stuff coming up, you know, I just seriously doubt it. Now, I don't know if Empower Oversight can do enough to get the IG looking into the behaviors and the actions of Hinman and people at the SEC. I hope that they are, because for me, it's not the disguised whales. For me personally, it's about the actions of this office that's supposed to be unbiased at the SEC. That's, to me, is the issue. There is no Ethereum free pass if the SEC doesn't become complicit, whether that be Jay Clayton, whether that be William Hinman. If they don't participate in that, there is no Ethereum free pass. All the assets get treated the same. It doesn't matter if you know, these attorneys and or law firms get involved. Doesn't matter. That's the same way that Jay Clayton shut down any talk about XRP when he met with the people from Ripple. The dude shut it down. Nope, we're not talking about it. He could have done the same thing for Ethereum. He didn't. And there's a reason why he didn't. We all know it. There's a reason why he didn't just shut that thing down. There's a reason. And it boils down to these law firms, major law firms, taking a bet on $1 billion bet on Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's why they did it. This is clear as day, which makes the SEC complicit, because they were the SEC, you know, Clayton and Hinman working at the SEC, doing the bidding for their bosses and or future bosses. That's corrupt. You're not supposed to do it, and that's just what happened. So we got to get that nastiness exposed. You know, we got to get that nastiness exposed there. You know what I mean? We got to get that exposed. So hopefully this, I'm trying to keep my phone cool while I record this video. So that's, if you hear any noise, that's what it is. But that, we got to get that. If we don't get that, otherwise it'll just overheat. We got to get that exposed. If we can get that exposed, you know, then the future chairs and the future enforcement director will know that, hey, we're on the lookout for this stuff, and if you try some stuff, we're gonna find out. We're gonna expose you. But if they just give them the pass and they let them get away with it, right? Let them get away with it. That's a problem. That is a problem. So we got to get that fixed for sure. We got to get that stuff fixed for sure. You know, absolutely fixed. Got to get it fixed. Got to get that straightened out in-house. Got to get that done. So I don't know if there's anything more to report. Really, really excited about the 2 projects that I shared in the Mastermind, the Patreon group. Really, really excited about those projects for sure, because we need to be able to have the same access as high net worth and ultra net worth individuals, and so that will do it. These 2 projects are on that big time. On it big time. Let me go down here. What else? I just feel like it was some other stuff that I wanted to share with you. I had my notes and I left the notes at home. So I hope you guys like this spot. I saw on X today, there was a Crypto Eddie and another person were like, man, I really wish Crypto C's would start doing these drive time videos again. Bring them back. So I said, let me go out here and do a quick drive time video. I appreciate that, Crypto Eddie. And there was another person who said, man, I love the Crypto C's, this drive time videos. Wish he would bring them back. So there it is. What else is there to really, really report? I don't know. I just think right now for this, I saw Coining 203 on X, and he just pointed, just a devastating post about, his current situation and not really having the cash flow and a lifestyle that he could have had if he would have cashed out. And he showed his portfolio. He had, he just showed it was like $950,000 worth of crypto. Didn't cash out, and that was at an XRP price, I think, at $1 something. So obviously, this is a great lesson on following your exit plan. Number one, you got to have an exit plan. You got to have an exit plan. And what does that exit plan look like? First, for me, I think it's important to have, first thing is a dollar amount. Is it 100,000? I'm out. Is it 100,000? Not on the assets XRP. On your portfolio, have a portfolio exit. When this portfolio reaches 100 grand, I'm out. Now, what does getting out look? Does that mean cashing out 90% of your portfolio? So if you got 10 assets, you just got to do the math. But just get out. 90% is 90%. 90% is 90%. If you got 10 assets and you exit 90% of each asset, you just exited 90% of your portfolio. Is it 50%? What does that look like? You got to figure the numbers out. I think you first have to have a total amount that you want to say, this is now from crypto into my bank account so that I can put it somewhere else. Hopefully, you're not just keeping that dirty, nasty fiat. But in any case, what is that? Is it 100? Is it 200? Is it 500? Is it $1 million? Is it 5 million? Is it 10 million? I think that's what's most important. Have that number first. And then, obviously, what are you doing with that money? What is that plan? What is that life-changing event and or events? Don't do like, we did a lot of our exiting. I don't say don't do it, but we did it. Our exiting was for travel. We like to travel. My better half is a foodie. We like to travel. We like to get away. And so that's what we did. We just, right? And we just traveled every 2-3 months. Every 3 months, we're out. We're gone, hitting spots. Right? I remember we went Colombia. We went. We went to just Hilton Head. We just did a bunch of trips, like every 2-3 months out, right? Because that's our thing. Being able to go, travel, and lifestyle, do the first class thing and go. That was our thing. So what's your thing? What's some of the things you plan on doing with that moolah? But have it, and then stick to the plan. And it was so eerily, hit me in the gut and the stomach, where he was like, yeah, I saw it there and I had a plan, but I said to myself, what if it just goes a little bit high? That whole thing of riding that, that asset up to the top and then riding it down to the bottom, because now you're thinking, oh, it'll go back. No, it'll go back. No, it'll go back. Right? Oh, no, it'll go back. No, it'll go. It never does go back, right? So these are some big time lessons that we've all experienced, right? Vast majority of people coming to the crypto space having never, ever traded. Ever. So it's an experience. It's definitely a learning experience. Anyway, that's what I think. Is it 100 grand or is it 1 million? What is that amount? What does that look like? and how much of your crypto will you have to exit to get out of it. If it's 100%, it's 100%. For me, there's this big fear of which is odd. If I go to dollars, I'll never get back to crypto. I don't get that. I don't get that. Maybe Shiba Inu, maybe, as an example, maybe. But is Cardano and XRP and Solana, are you telling me that those projects are going to go away, never to be had, and they're never going to be able to get that asset again to get a future gain again? I don't think so. You know what I mean? Is the digital asset XRP and its ledger going away? Is the digital asset Solana and its blockchain going away? Is Ethereum going away? Is Bitcoin going away? Do you think Cardano's going away? Like, you got to think about that, right? Now, if you buying a meme coin, there's a good chance it's going to go away. Are you here to just hold on and just be and be married to a meme coin? Or are you here for lifestyle, life-changing gains? That's the thing we got to think about. So anyway, I've rambled on long enough about that. Listen, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. This has been your XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope that it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you've been hanging out watching the Crypto Siege and or listening to the Crypto Siege and you enjoyed the hangout, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all of my videos and remind you guys that old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay though, because you and I, we're already winning. Ha ha! I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya.